What's up guys, John here and welcome to Baltimore Retro Gaming. And today I want to talk about the Polymega and some of the new news I've heard about the Polymega and the systems that it can support. So recently somebody posted on one of my videos that the Polymega is up for pre-order, and that is true. Unfortunately their site crashed and it's still under maintenance right now. So I don't know whether there was something up with their site, if so many people were excited about the Polymega and tried to pre-order it at the same time. You know, I have no idea. But an interesting piece of news I learned at the same time of the site crashing is that apparently they're adding Saturn Emulation into the device. Now, there's a few things I want to talk about. Okay, the first thing is that is awesome. You know, I love the Sega Saturn. Anybody that watches my channel or knows me at all know that I love shoot 'em ups, and there's so many of them on the Saturn. And not only that, Working Designs put out their best games on the Sega Saturn, you know, in my opinion. Well, the Sega Saturn and the PS1, that the Polymega also supports the PS1. But, you know, when I heard about this the Saturn emulation support, I was just like blown away because, you know, the architecture for the Saturn is pretty delicate. It's kind of tricky to program for, or so I've been told. You know, I'm no programmer. But, you know, there's two processors in the Saturn. There's the 2D and the 3D processor. So, you know, having those, I guess they ran in tandem, you know, whenever they ran games on the system or on the platform. And I do know in the past, you know, making an emulator that can support Saturn has been kind of tricky, although there are emulators out there that can do so, even if you have like a newer cell phone that can run on that. But, you know, having a console similar to, let's say, a Retron 5 that can actually take CD-based games and play them, especially, you know, consoles like the PC or the TurboGrafx-16/PC Engine, you know, Neo Geo CD, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1. You know, I'm really excited for this thing to come out. So let me just tell you about a few of the platforms that this thing supports. Okay, so you have the PlayStation, or PlayStation 1, I should say. You have Neo Geo CD. You know, all regions of Neo Geo CD. You have all regions of TurboGrafx-16. Or PC Engine, so I guess it'll run PC Engine and Turbo CD games. And then you have Sega CD. Now Sega CD is also intriguing to me because I always wanted to collect imports for the Sega CD, but you know, I know you have to have your Sega CD modded and have like a BIOS chip installed, which I haven't done. I don't know how to do, and I'm not willing to risk sending my Saturn out to somebody else and then getting it back. Plus I don't want to spend the money. But you know, there's a lot of good Saturn shooters like Robo Aliste. You know, that's one that I've been wanting. I don't feel like kicking the money out, but I do believe I can get the import of that game a lot cheaper. And if I can get the Polymega and play games like Robo Aliste on the Polymega, that would be awesome. So, you know, one of the other systems that this thing supports is the Neo Geo CD, and I am a Neo Geo CD owner, and I collect and I play games for the Neo Geo CD. I love the shooters on the system. There's some pretty good fighters. And as a matter of fact, guys, I have I wish I had it with me to show you guys, but I have a Samurai Showdown RPG that came out on the Neo Geo CD. Yes, a Samurai Showdown or Samurai Spirits RPG. You know, too bad it's all in Japanese. I can't understand what the hell they're talking about, but, you know, I do own that. It was like a $10 game. So, you know, in dealing with things like the Neo Geo CD, it's a system that not a lot of people have. It's also a system that not a lot of people, you know, look for games for. So I'm wondering when this Polymega comes out, you know, the Turbo CDs are already expensive. So are the Neo Geo CD prices going to go up? Are the PC Engine and TurboGrafx CD prices going to go up? You know, Sega Saturn right now is really expensive. You know, thank God I got the games I got for the system a while back, but, you know, are those prices going to go up? You know, I feel like all the cartridge-based games for the modules, I feel like those prices are going to stay the same because people can already play those. But, you know, for this new, you know, CD-based emulation console technology that they're putting out, you know, I feel like the prices on a lot of these CD-based games is going to go up. You know, if this system does as well as I think it's going to, you know, a lot more people are going to have a platform available to them to play a lot of these old retro CD-based games. And although that's a good thing and I want the system, you know, part of me, you know, says like, God, that kind of sucks because, you know, there's a lot of games that I'm still, you know, chasing after that I want that I don't feel like spending $30 and $40 for. But like when this thing releases, are those $30 and $40 games going to be $100, $200, $300? You know, I don't know. So, you know, that's one thing that I'm kind of worried about, and it might be a non-issue. It might not affect anything, but that's definitely something to consider. Okay, so another thing is, because it supports Neo Geo CD, and obviously it does not support AES or MVS cartridges, how is one supposed to use a Neo Geo controller on the Polymega? I mean, there's no module for it, at least not that I've seen, that supports those cartridges. So is there an adapter that you hook up to another module to allow you to play with Neo Geo controllers? I mean, just like any other system, all the controllers are the same, whether it be the AES, the Neo Geo CD, you know, you got the arcade sticks, you got the Bean arcade sticks, you got the micro switch D-pad, you know, they all have the same pin set. But is there going to be some kind of adapter to a pre-existing module to play with those Neo Geo controllers? You know, I don't know. And that's actually a question that, you know, one of the guys that watch my videos asked me, and I didn't know. So I'm reaching out to you guys. You know, what do you know about that? You know, how are you supposed to use Neo Geo controllers with the Polymega? Because, you know, I'm an old man. You know, I'm one of those old guys that I like using original hardware. I mean, if not original hardware, at least the original controller. I mean, you know, I like retro a bit. I got a retro duo at home. But like those Retrobit SNES controllers, like they're not the same as the SNES controller. Like I don't care what anybody says. So, you know, although there's good controllers out there, there's often no substitution for original hardware, at least not in my opinion. You know, the only time I substitute for original hardware is for arcade and fight sticks I have for certain systems, you know, which is pretty much what you get with the Neo Geo. You know, they come with fight sticks. So, guys, anyways, those are just a couple of concerns and questions that I have regarding the Polymega. Apparently, like I said, it is open for pre-order now. And as of the recording of this video, I'm going to check it right now. Yeah, it says Polymega, please stand by. Polymega.com is undergoing maintenance and will return soon. So I am looking to pre-order this device. I definitely want to put it in my hands. And I am... you know, I am kind of excited to do some live streams with a lot of these older retro games that I have because, you know, I got tons of Saturn games. I got tons of PS1 games. Like all the RPGs and shooters for that system, I almost have all of them, you know. Neo Geo CD, you know, I'm a big PC Engine guy. I have tons of PC Engine games. Tons of them. I got all that crazy shit from Japan. You know, I have a lot of those crazy shooters that I've been buying, you know, over the last, I'd say 5 or 6 years. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Now, remember to like this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, you know, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. And peace out.